Shane, TeamSnap helps sports teams to communicate effectively, but sports teams must have been massively impacted by COVID. So what are you seeing?
So we're a team sport app. We were impacted drastically. We had our busiest traffic days ever in March as people were going and canceling their seasons and contacting. It was pretty awesome from a standpoint of seeing our platform getting used. And then everything went pretty close to zero. It didn't go to zero, went about 20-30% of normal. But that's revenue, traffic, everything. People just stopped playing sports. They couldn't. So we had to do the thing that we didn't want to do, like we just talked about in 2017. If we had to lay off, well, first we furloughed, but then as everybody across the world kind of recognized this was something that was going to be a lot more than a few weeks, we had to turn furloughs to layoffs, and that was close to half of the company, might be even a bit over half of the company, which was a huge blow in it. But what it really made us do after we kind of got through the morning of it and just maintaining the business and getting the ship settled was we recognized we were going to have to be ruthless and focused. And we were always relatively focused, but we were a profitable company. We were growing. We had money in the bank. We could do a lot of different things to see what works. Now we have similar number of chips, but we're making a lot fewer bets. We're putting a lot more chips on very specific bets of now going up market more to try to capture more enterprise level customers, or at least more of what you would think of as traditional B2B. Our customer base was largely B2C, so more and more B2B now. And then we really learned how to be more effective as individuals and as teams. So looking at what we had and earlier talking about being smarter with people of like, okay, we could hire a person to handle our help desk, or really we could hire 3 people to handle our help desk. Could we automate this? Could we outsource this? And asking those questions a lot more and really building the business case. It's, for whatever reason, it's very interesting to me. It's much easier to prove a head count that could cost you 120, 150 over the top for the year versus say a $50,000 contractor bill for a year. It's a bias we have in planning in general, is again hiring people. So we got a lot better about that over the summer. We got benefit. Unfortunately, it was fortunate for us. People started playing sport again in the summer at a pace more than we predicted, and so another like silver lining of this is, for the first time ever, we were EBITDA positive for 6 months in a row. We've always been really close to it, but we've just been hitting positive and putting cash in the bank, which is fantastic. And it is letting us now look ahead to 2021 and beyond and go, we're not trying to anymore predict when COVID will end. We've raised money and are putting more money in the bank to sustain a longer version of this if it continues. If not, and things ramp up, great. We'll be there to support the customers that already know us and continue to get more of those customers, as well as drive farther up into the B2B realm. And I think the other, a kind of accidental silver lining, we'd like to think we planned this out, but we couldn't have predicted COVID, is our business is pretty well diversified in terms of revenue streams. We have advertising revenue, we have multiple levels of subscription revenue, and we have revenue off of payments. So we have 4 to 5, depending on how to look at it, revenue streams.
The pandemic has busted a lot of myths about how business works, and the good news for software developers is that it looks like these changes are here to stay.